Tips for delicious vegetable soup recipes. Vegetable soup has to be the easiest soup to make. If you fancy a healthy, wholesome and simple lunch for supper, what about making a bowl of pumpkin soup, broccoli broth or mixed vegetable soup? Soup is easy enough for anybody to master, and if you have some vegetables past their prime in the refrigerator, you can use them to make a wonderful meal. The great thing about using vegetables in soup is that you can use any vegetables and you can combine them however you like. What about combining broccoli and carrot, zucchini and cauliflower, or pumpkin and corn? You can be creative with vegetable soups, and if you are using old vegetables, which need using up, making the soup is a great way to do this. You can get older vegetables at a reduced price from the grocery store and use them in an economical and tasty soup recipe. How to make soup the easy way. The simplest way to make a vegetable soup is to simmer some chopped vegetables in a pot of water or broth. Add spices and herbs and perhaps some other ingredients. Raisins, garlic, fruit, nuts, cream, chili, and rice can all be used, and there are many more ingredients you can throw into. Obviously, you will need to decide which ingredients will go nicely with the soup you are making. If you are making a carrot and orange soup, you might like to add some curry powder, raisins, and peanuts to make it a curried soup. Add some potatoes or rice too and stir in some cream just before serving the soup. If you are using chicken broth and an assortment of vegetables like zucchini, mushrooms, cauliflower, rutabaga, and carrots, you can add herbs to bring out the flavor. Add dried herbs when you add the vegetables or fresh herbs near the end of the cooking time. When making sweet soups, like a recipe for pumpkin soup, you might like to add cream, sugar and maybe some nutmeg or cinnamon to bring out the sweetness of the pumpkin. Alternatively, you can use salt, garlic, onion powder, and herbs to make a more savory soup. Throw in all the ingredients, cook the soup until the vegetables are tender and then serve it as it is or puree it in a blender. Recipe for mixed vegetable soup. In this soup recipe, the vegetables are sautéed before the other ingredients are added. This is an optional step, but if you are making vegetable soup, you might like to do this to soften the vegetables and make them extra juicy. What you will need: 1 tablespoon butter, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 4 cups chicken broth, 8 button mushrooms, in 1/4 inch slices, 2 carrots, in 1/4 inch slices, 1 chopped onion, 1/4 cup chopped fresh parsley, 6 potatoes, peeled and chopped, 3 cups water, handful green beans, trimmed and halved, salt and black pepper to taste. How to make it: heat the oil and butter in a soup pot, then sauté the carrot, onion and beans for a few minutes. Add the mushrooms and cook for 2 more minutes. Add the water, broth and potatoes, and some salt and pepper. Bring the soup to a boil, then cover the pot and simmer it until the potatoes are soft. Add the parsley and season the soup. Tips for delicious vegetable soup recipes. Vegetable soup has to be the easiest soup to make. If you fancy a healthy, wholesome and simple lunch for supper, what about making a bowl of pumpkin soup, broccoli broth or mixed vegetable soup? Soup is easy enough for anybody to master, and if you have some vegetables